everybody, it's Christine with Cocoa Daisy, and I'm going to share with you today some fun stamping using the stamp sets and bonus, the stencil that is part of our Let's Go collection. And so we've had some changes. Make sure you check out the unboxing video for this collection to talk about all of those changes a little bit more in depth and go over all of the stuff. But one of the changes that directly affects the stamps and the stamp subscription is we have made some changes where we no longer have we do still have a traveler's notebook kit, and we still have a modern memory keeping kit, but we've changed the structure a little bit in how they're shown on the website and how you can subscribe to them. So what we've done, similar to how we have our planner kit where you can purchase just the planner kit or the planner kit with an insert, we've done the same thing with our memory keeping. So you can order just the scrapbooking kit, the core kit on its own, or you can order it with the 12 by 12 papers, the Simple Daisy notebook, or the pocket cards. So you get to add one of those to the core kit, and then you can purchase it or subscribe to it that way. And basically that's this. So the core kit with, say, the Simple Daisy notebook is exactly the same as what your Traveler's Notebook kit had been. We've just got it set up a little differently on the website so that we can consolidate things. It also allows us to do a couple other things. It allows us to have a stamp set in the scrapbooking kit with the 12 by 12 papers. So whether you get the core kit, whether you get the scrapbooking kit with the Simple Daisy notebook, or you get the core kit with the pocket cards or the 12 by 12 papers. So any of those versions, core kit with notebook, with papers, or with pocket cards, you will get a stamp set. You will get this 3x4 stamp set. There's no duplicates. There's one stamp set that will be in the scrapbooking kit and all of its versions, and that is this one. Then that allows us to have a completely separate stamp subscription. And I'm super excited about this. Creatively, I love this so much. The stamp subscription is now one 4x6 stamp set. So instead of a copy of each of the stamps that were in the two memory keeping kits, the Traveler's Notebook and the Modern Memory Keeping Kit, you now have a completely separate stamp that you can subscribe to, and it is a 4x6 stamp set. Why do I love this? I love this because it is a completely separate stamp set. It can be whatever I want it to be. So because it's larger, I can make larger stamps. I can do a full alpha stamp set on here. I can expand the theme more. I can go off a little bit because it's a standalone. So there may be some time when we do, instead of having to offer the a la carte stamps all of the time, I can use this stamp sub to expand on the theme, or as I said, kind of go off a little. So if there's some time that we want to do a whole birthday stamp set, or we want to do something a little different like that, we can. That's the beauty of this. It gives me a larger plane surface, design-wise. And it also, I love the fact that if you are subscribing to the scrapbooking kit in any form, this is not going to be a duplicate. It's a completely separate one. Or if you just want more stamps, you can do that too. So I feel like this is going to be so much fun to expand on and play with. So we will get to that stamp set in a moment. But if you subscribe to the scrapbooking kit in any of its forms, you will be getting this adorable stamp set. And I had someone leave a comment and they wanted me to walk through how you even stamp, like just they know nothing. So humor me a minute, and we're gonna just do a real basic, simple, how do you stamp? We're gonna start from the very beginning. So you'll get your stamp set like this. These are all individual stamps. So you will need a stamp block of some sort. This is just a clear acrylic block that I have. We have some of the Cocobazy thinner, I have one here, stamping blocks in the store, so you can get one of those if you don't have any. You will peel off carefully. Don't grab, because you can tear these if they have some areas that are thinner like this. So just carefully peel it off the backer. Okay. The side that is flat is the side that you're going to adhere to your stamping block. You want the image area, which has all of the raised pieces, to be facing up. Okay. So it sticks on there. And the beauty of acrylic stamps is you can see exactly where you're going to place them. And you will grab an ink. I'm just going to do our VersaFine Black. You will dab it on there. Make sure you get the whole stamp. And then you just press down. Don't wiggle. And pull up. And there's your stamp. And that's it. I like to use the Lawn Fawn stamp chamois to clean mine. I love how this works. It cleans it off great. And then you don't get inky fingers either. You want to get this wet. I just keep it in this because then it keeps it moist. And you can just clean that off. And then you will carefully peel it back off of here when you're done and put it back on the backer, just like that. And then we give you these great little storage sleeves so you can store them as well. So that is the basic how do you stamp, okay? I hope that helps. We forget. We always have new people trying these things, and we have to help them and get them versed in how to stamp. Stamping is so much fun. And as I always say, when you get a stamp set, I encourage you to play, grab some colors, go through and just start stamping on some scrap pieces of paper, and just have fun and see what combinations you like. Get the hang of it, get the feel of it. Let's look at the colors a minute that I chose. So I did Salmon, Island, and these are all Stamp Market, Pacific, Mango, Coastal is that perfect blue, and then Sunshine as well. So some of the ways that I used these, I love our little bagel guy. So he's adorable. I added him above In a Summer State of Mind. You can add him with a number of these sayings, the time for a break, the perfect place to be. You can add the little menu beneath him, which is super cute. The let's go. And then the and relax, I like that as well. Same thing goes for the milkshake. You can stamp that with a number of the sayings next to it. I liked running the thing sideways next to the milkshake as well. I thought that was really neat. So if you have a small journaling area and you want something thin, you can do it that way. Same with the life at the moment and then time for a break. Those are combined and they work really, really well stacked like that. Same goes with stacking these sayings, let's go and relax. Again, you can combine these sayings and make a whole nother saying. The time for a break with the menu, and then In a Summer State of Mind with menu. Same thing goes with combining these two as well. And you can do it colorful, you can do it all black. You could color these in with a little bit of ink or chalk if you use that as well, or even markers. Be great with markers, even highlighters. You could even do it with highlighters, really. So that is some examples on how to use this little stamp set. Then, going forward, I want to show you this one. Now, the cool thing about this stamp, this is completely standalone, and again, this is from the stamp subscription. But we designed this so that if you get the planner kit, you get this stencil, and it also works with these, and I'll show you that in a moment. And then, of course, you can always use the stamps, this background stamp that comes in the main planner as well. So we'll get to that, and I'll show you some fun ways to combine it all. But this stamp set has kind of some of those fun retro shapes and things that we're all familiar with. Well, at least if you're over 45, maybe you're familiar with. Love the checker pattern, so fun. And then if you want to do playlists, this is going to be so fun for journaling. Or even like you could do a great birthday card. I feel like with the cassette tape and the music notes, I think that would be really, really cool. And then layering some of these other cute little quote block. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use these and combine them. So let's take a look at that. So we have that mixed tape. I combined it with the little quote block and the summer vibes, added it with the music notes on there. And then here I showed you how these little dotted outlines are really kind of fun you add just a subtle thing. I mean, that looks totally retro, right? Especially with the little sparkles. So I added the little sparkles and then this little kind of banner almost. So again, great for journaling. These are going to be great for cards, for memory keeping. And you can use these for planning as well, which I love. I love the versatility of this. If you do your menu planning or anything like that in your planner, you can do that. If you want to journal, again, like I had mentioned at the beginning of our unboxing video, where I talk about kind of the idea of recording those memories of going out to dinner or diners. We actually even started another little tradition we're going to try through the summer where we do just a super casual Sunday brunch down at the outdoor kitchen. Anybody wants to show up, they can show up. It's just a set time every Sunday. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. And so again, you'd be able to record a lot of memories with that also. And then we have the Let's Hit the Road. So fun for travel. You can stamp, again, using that masking technique that I've showed you. You can stamp that and then stamp that fun checkerboard. It does repeat. So it is set up so that you can make that as long as you want. And then here I did it with just kind of the little arrow or the arrow outline. Here I stamped this over top of it. I liked that as well. And then some fun ways that you can use this little guy. And it just kind of makes me think of some of the old logos or on menus. You can add the sunburst behind it and add the silverware. You can add just the silverware if you wanted to. And then some more ways on how to use these outlines. You can group them together, add the little starbursts and the summer vibes there. I did it with this other starburst and the little quote. So you could use that in journaling as well. Same idea here with the grouping. And then this one, I used the little corner sparkles, which I thought was really neat, and added that way also. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some of the ways that I combined all of them. So I used both of these stamp sets in a couple of ways together, added some of the sayings inside of them, layered the menu on that one. Our little bagel guy, I added the starburst either around him or the solid little starburst. I thought that was cute, especially with the little sparkles. In a summer state of mind, again, great for a playlist, would be a lot of fun there. I love him. I did get the sparkles around him again. I thought that was really cute. Again, layering those dotted outlines and then the menu summer vibes there. Now, I want to show you the stencil with this, and then this stamp as well. So this fun sunburst stamp is just going to be fun to layer stickers on. This is part of the main planner kit. You get this and the stencil in the main planner kit. So you can layer this with some of the stencil and or with some of the other stamp sets as as well, the images from the other stamp sets as well. So what I like about that Starburst is you can do it as it is, or you can turn it, and just like the checkerboard, you can continue on and make a full Starburst pattern. You could stamp this like this and punch out just the inside and make some fun die cuts out of that as well. And I'm going to demonstrate how to use this in just a second. But you get this stencil and you can layer these. So using your ink and these handy dandy little brushes, and I'm going to link these in below. They're not that expensive. I actually bought, these are the small ones. You can get larger ones like this. There's a couple of different brands that you can get. This one is a Hero Arts. These are just from Amazon, and I got a set of 22 of them. And what I'm going to do is just kind of have like try to do like one per stamp pad so I don't have to clean them and switch them out. And I like that they already have the color handles so I can kind of match them to the ink pads. But I'll probably just print out some little labels with like a sunshine on it so I know that that one goes with that one and so on. But they're super easy to use, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But you can use those. You can also use makeup sponges. So you know the inexpensive triangle makeup sponges that you get in a whole pack and you have to break apart. You can use those with this as well. I'm not sure. There used to be way back in the day, and I may even have, I have one, but it's so old it like literally fell apart. These little daubers, they were cool back in the day. We had a bunch of these. I dug these out to play with, and obviously you can see it's so ancient, it fell apart, but you can get these. I do like these better. They're a bunch of tiny little super soft bristles, and I feel like you get a little bit more of an even coverage with these. So again, I will link them below, and you can see where you can get those. So you can use these that way. You can use them to draw, so you can just use it as a stencil with a pen and just trace around the outside if you want to do that. You can use a marker to trace around them. You can use a pen. So there's a number of different ways that you can use these. I encourage you to wait and check out some videos. I'm sure that will be coming up from our team doing some really super fun creative stuff with this. Just something different that we wanted to do and offer. And I love the way that it helps extend more of the stamps too. So it gives you that other layer and another way to expand or extend, enhance, there's another word, your stamps and all of your product, and push you to be a little creative too. So I want to show you a couple ways that I used these with the stamp sets. So here I just did, let's see, I did this one and I did this one, and I did them in two colors. Then I used, because this will work with this stamp, I stamped the outline. The same thing I did here. I did this one and used these two outlines, and then I stamped the In the Summer State of Mind. And then what I did, so I got done with these, and then I went back and I picked out some of the stickers. And I thought, how cool is it to layer the stickers on? I love the way that this one turned out. So that's another fun thing that you can do, is you can offset the stamps and the stencils a little bit. So I went ahead and I did the blue in this Starburst stencil, and then I took the stamp and stamped it over top, and then I took one of the banner stickers, and I think that turned out really, really cute. You do not have to get this stamp set. You can totally use these just on their own, like I did here with some stickers. Again, this one you wouldn't have to necessarily have the outline if you didn't want to. And then I took some of our old stamps. So these are not included with anything. This is just as an example. I used one of our Days of the Week stamp set. I stamped that in here, and then I stamped the date. And I just thought that was just kind of a fun way to show you again how you might excuse me, how you might use these stencils in your planner, in your journaling, however you want to use that. Memory planning would be a fun header as well. So again, a couple of the ways that I layered all of these together, the two, this stamp with this stencil, and then a sticker. I used the road sign with the road sign stamp set. I added some of the sparkles on here. I did the fun little arrow. And if you want some ideas, look through some of the stickers and actually some of the artwork in this collection. And that's going to give you some fun ideas too on how to layer all of these, because the designers have done all of the heavy lifting for you. If you look through those stickers and you see, I mean, that's where I got the idea for this one, actually. And here's an example of where I traced it. So I used this part of the stencil, the little room key, and then I went around, excuse me, and traced it around there. And I did it off center a little bit, and then I stamped the "and relax" in there. I'm going to get a drink of water because my voice is going away. And I'm going to grab. So last year, we had a travel stamp set that had this room key in it. And what I wanted to mention is that this stencil is designed to work with this size stamp as well. So they will work. So if you have this old stamp set, you can use that with that as well. So just kind of a little fun thing. We try to make sure everything works together and make you be able to stretch your supplies as much as possible. This square will actually fit with the cassette tape. So you can see where I did that one there. And then you can see where I put it all together here. I did the sunburst and then a couple of the shapes. I did the outline, and then I added one of the vellum stickers. And I think that turned out really, really cute as well. So let me give you a quick little demonstration on how to use the stencil. Okay, so I'm just going to use some washi tape. We're going to stick this down so that it doesn't move. And what you want to remember when you're using this, there is a chance you can go beyond the shape. So what I like to do, so we're going to use this one right around our cute little guy. What I like to use is you can use washi tape, or you can use Post-it notes. So you can do either or. But what you want to do is mask off the areas that you don't want to get ink on. So these areas here of the other stencils or around the edge. Okay. So that is what I am going to do here with a couple of these guys. And then I'm going to put there. Grab some more washi tape. Sorry, my nails, I just got my nails done, and so they're kind of thick. And you know, when they're kind of thick, it's harder to pick things up. It's harder to get washi tape. So that always happens to me. So they've got to dull down a little bit. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to stick this down here as well. I don't have my glasses on, so if I miss something, I apologize. So you've kind of masked that off. Again, I shouldn't be using my nice Cocoa Daisy Post-its, but I don't have, honestly, any just plain ones. So I want to grab I'm not even sure what you call that thing. Look that up. A brush. And your ink. And you just want to kind of swirl it like this and pick up some ink in there. And then hold this down and you just go in a circular motion. And depending on how dark or light you want it, it's going to depend on how much ink you apply. And again, try to make it even by going over the whole surface in kind of a circular motion and do that. Make sure you go up to the edges. That's the other thing I really like about these brushes is you don't get that underbleed at all with these. They just make this super, super easy. And you want to get all the way, I want him pretty yellow because he's very happy. And then you can lift off this stuff. And you can see our little guy. Isn't that cute? So it's the same idea with any and all of the stencils. If we want to do this one here, we do the same idea. We could do it in, probably just do the same color just for easeability. That. But yeah, you even want to mark off along the outside edges because you will get, even if it is careful as you think you're being, it's just better to do that because then that way you don't accidentally get a little overzealous and go over into one of the other shapes. So, and if you want to get fancy, like as far as like shading, so you could do along the edge like this and go a little darker and blend it in. If you wanted to kind of do a shadow type of thing, you can do that. You get all up in the corners. And then you just peel that off. Isn't that cute? Look at that. And then you can just layer, and you can layer all the different colors that you want as well. So the stencil is really fun, and I'm glad that we have it included this month. Again, it just gives you something else to play with and try, right? We love being creative. We love trying new things. And this, again, I go back to what I preach all the time. Play, play, play. Get your stuff. Take a few minutes. Get some scrap pieces of paper. I like to, obviously not for purposes of showing you, but anything like I accidentally print on my printer or doesn't print correctly, I save those sheets of paper and use them again for samples and playing. And it's just, then you don't feel like you're just being so wasteful. And it's really nice to do that. Take the time, get the feel of stamping. If you're new to it, that's also a great way to get the feel of it. And you'll gain a lot of confidence, and you'll start to see how to layer things and put things together. And then I keep these all in a binder. And when I pull this stamp set out, I will pull out my binder and I will look back at some of these for reference, like, oh yeah, I did that. That would be perfect for whatever it is that I'm creating, especially the colors as well. On these samples, I will take and write down the colors that I used. So I have that reference as well. So I know this one's been a little bit longer. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're as excited as I am about the changes that we've made with the stamp sub. And I hope you find some time to play with the stencil as well. So that is it for me today with our stamping tutorial using the Let's Go collection.